started to the lid, 800 either.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer, that's my mom's name. I create and find change, my mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Walker to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Powell. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Jones on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. The Lance going to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen puts it. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 38.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. In his own end zone, it's Lance. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd down, Howell now. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Nick Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go.
Now a play fake. Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Hey, green.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Striker, 3-3.
From the 38, Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set, ready. Cycle. Shot, 17. Ready.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Drops this underneath for Davis Price. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
52 blaster.
Hand off right side, Davis Price. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
43 rail.
Throwing now is Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a short gain here down to the 22. The Seahawks at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. There's another first down run right there.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play out.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a good play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got guys who can flat out run, sometimes all you say in the huddle is go. They ran the fly route, took the shot downfield, just unable to connect.
So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Walker now at 1st and 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Got a man here, it's Roberts. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And Howell will throw it. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Howell. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And once more, Howell back to the air. He'll drop it off to Pirine, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Al now to throw it. Forced out to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, it's Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do?
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second down, here's Lance. Man open, here is Jones. On first down, Lance. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Lance now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot before the break. Howell. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Howell. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's got his man, Thornton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5 now. Powell. And this one's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each.
Touchdown! Noah Fant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back from both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance, the tight end Kittle, has it on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Here's Lance. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Davis Price gets this one out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The motion, the tight end across the formation. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Well, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And some room to run now. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
2nd and 10, Howell. And he gets this to Thornton. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyquan Thornton. 37 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first. Play action, now it's Lance. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Lance going to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from Seahawks territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into...
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, a 9-yard touchdown grab. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's got room at the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Seahawks are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Point after, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had. And, my goodness, another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's Hal to throw on second down. Completes this one to Thornton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, a 3-yard touchdown run. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the... And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And even 150 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
They'll try and run Walker, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here we go. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A big play there for the Niners. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.